today.
Yes.
Somewhere, some way, somehow.
No, I'm coming back. I'm coming
Definitely,
back.
Well,
definitely.
guess who's back?
Yeah,
Back
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Well, Happy New Year to you, Eric. I haven't had the chance to wish you.
Yes, I wish you the same now.
So Happy New Year. We pray for good health,
God's guidance.
God's guidance,
Yeah.
and prosperity. Anyway, gentlemen, how are you?
Okay. We feel the same way you feel. So I was in Parliament yesterday and I got a call from Isaac Bediakon. I was in the middle of something, so I couldn't answer. And then I saw a post from him and I immediately called. And the sad news was that we had lost Julius Caesar Anadem. And of course, Julius was in the Western region. In fact, there are about 10 media people who were all together in the Western region. From Francis Alban to Julius Caesar to Daniel Dazi to many people. So when I heard the news, I called, and then I was told that was indeed what happened. And I remember that during the Christmas break, I was in Kumasi. I called him because after 8 a.m., Ultimate FM picks Morning Star until 8 a.m. when he comes in to do his own show on Ultimate FM in Kumasi. So I was calling to find out whether they will be working during the Christmas break. Then we could all go there and then join the show. And he said no, they had taken a break and that they were only playing music. And I said, oh, okay. So that was the final conversation I had with him. And for me to hear of his person, it's sad. It's sad. But it speaks to one thing: how life is, and the fact that we must all prepare. That will exit one day, some way, somehow. So we just have to prepare.
You never know when.
Exactly.
That's the challenge.
That's the point.
You never know
That's
when.
the point. Sad.
And speaking of which, I I just opened Facebook and, one of the, in fact, the second post I see from him.
Yeah.
His last post, the one he was talking about, beer shortage in
Yes.
Kumasi, and
Yes.
it's just a very hearty conversation.
Yeah.
On there, and so there are people who are back there saying, but how?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So.
And even 2 days before this post, he had opened up. Of course, the usual post about 2015, right? New Year, right? Yeah. And that 2024, there's that he related to the fact that he had a serious health challenge, right? But God got him, and he still believes that God will still get him this year and then see him through. And to look back and put the pieces together and realize that could be the goodbye. Yeah, he was just telling you
He was bidding you goodbye.
Exactly. And now with the revelation that he had a major health challenge, and you getting to know of his demise, it won't be too shocking for you, even though he had driven the family to the bus terminal.
Wow.
For the family to travel, and he drove back home. That was it. It's sad, but such is life.
All right, let's look at the portals. We'll start from starfm.com.gh. Starfm.com.gh. Ghana Water Company Limited shuts down treatment plant in Takwa over galamsey activities. I just as this story broke my heart. When I saw this letter from the Ghana Water Company as well, it also broke my heart.
It has to.
To this extent, we've gotten to the point where the treatment plant says we cannot continue anymore because of the heavy pollution.
Yeah.
So now what are you're going to drink the gold?
Good question.
And you see how most often we think that, this galamsey issue is just all talk and nothing really. They will start to, and it's going to go one community after one community. So it's now in Takwa. It is going to move gradually
to reach everybody. Now,
this is a disaster.
If you think it was terrible days before the elections,
it's worse now.
Because galamsey is equally in transition. See,
There's a handing over going on.
That's the point. You see, and they do it now with super impunity. You expect Akufo-Addo to tell anybody to stop mining? No. Muhammad doesn't have the power to do that now. So it's free for, in fact, super free for. On my way to Kumasi. Oh gosh.
That's the Galamsey last dance.
That's the point.
They are not even hiding.
They're not hiding it. About who is saying no. So let's gather what we can. We see let's gather what we can.
And this thing about the seeming lawlessness in the period of transition, something has to be done about it.
Now, what do you suggest?
No, but aren't their laws working?
Because the president,
the laws are working.
is still in charge
Yes.
until the 7th of January.
Exactly.
So, I mean, is he abdicating his responsibilities now? Is that
like so.
what it is?
But I'm glad the Ghana Water Company has issued a statement. My only issue with the Ghana Water Company is that sometimes they are not consistent. You recall that this whole Galamsey issue, we started talking about it again after the Central Region message communicated that they will soon ration water.
Yeah.
Only for Ghana Water Company to come and tell us after a few months. I don't know whether there was pressure.
Of course.
Oh, but you
to
know,
come and tell us that things are improving.
Things are
When can I know very well that
things were not improving?
but you know that in our system, everything is politics. So technocrats are not even allowed to do their work.
Yeah.
When they do their work, when it doesn't go in favor of the political class, they force them to make U-turns.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes, make certain analogies that you sit back and look at them and you're asking, is this worth your all the school that you went to?
Yeah.
You remember the FDA, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
After, when I looked at the CEO and I said, "Oh, madam,
wait.
after all the school you have been to, you have to,
Knowledge without principle.
kowtow to this because of politics. When you have been to, you know
No,
this.
it's
wouldn't
not
eat
because
this.
of politics. Oh.
Best before they
Bread
do
and
it.
butter. Bread and butter. You know, a lot of Africans live their entire lives preparing for death.
Exactly.
So we are obsessed with eating, sleeping, putting up buildings, owning cars.
Some entertainment here.
We don't go beyond. We still live in nature.
So anything that gives us the passion to
crazy,
mention,
man.
it's good. You'll be okay.
And so sometimes we have made the environment so hostile that, and sometimes you see them, they go above themselves to do things that the people
Nobody
in
has
power
even
even
asked them
has
to.
not asked them to.
Yeah.
Like Obasabi, now who sent you?
Yeah. So the statement you reference is from Bania. Bania is in charge of communications for the Western and then Central region. 2 days later, in fact, when the statement came out, I had reached out to him. He's actually a vandal, like myself. So I had reached out to him and said, "Oh, let's engage." And he said, "Oh, the next day." 2 days later, I reached out and said, "Hey, my brother." You have no idea. I said, "Oh."
And you see, you would think that it's just politics.
Yeah.
It has started with Takwa.
Oh yeah.
It will move gradually. Until we decide that listen, let's deal with this.
Yeah. Frontally.
We have to, but beyond the whole thing about Galamsey is that beyond the laws even working, the people themselves are a problem. The people
But
are
now
a problem.
we are the ones to implement the laws. Laws do not act by themselves.
I do. That's why I'm saying that I get it. The law has to be applied, but then there is actually a problem with the people as well.
Mining
The
the
level
waterways.
of greed is insane.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
That's
it's
true.
all about what I can get.
Yeah.
And because at this point, the respect goes to who has the most money.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how you are getting it.
Yes.
Look, you have the most money, everybody will salute you. Every chief will salute you.
yes.
Everybody will pay a courtesy call to you.
Yeah.
When they have a funeral, you are the first they will invite.
Exactly.
If they're doing Thanksgiving service or harvest, you are the first they will invite.
Now in 2025, it is my prayer that the gospel
Industry.
yes, but prosperity gospel preachers tone down a bit, because it was Voltaire who said it, the French philosopher, that God has given us the gift of life.
Wow.
We have to give ourselves the gift of living it well.
Wow.
I think that Africans have missed it.
Yeah.
We have missed
We
it,
have-
and we need
we
to
have-
go back to the building
Those
blocks of
principles,
life.
We have failed to be our brother's keeper.
Yeah.
It's all about is it Peseminkuminya.
Yeah.
So it's all about me, what I will get from it.
Yeah.
when it is about contracts. What is in it for me?
How to inflate the sound.
So right now, corruption is our norm.
Oh, yes.
If you decide not to be corrupt and do the right, you are the odd one out. And most likely, people will gang up and throw you out for doing the right thing.
You're going to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
Now, listen. And this is not happening only in the political arena.
Everywhere.
Even in your own family.
That's the point.
Yeah.
If you are a dissenting voice, members of the family think that you are, being futuristic and all. Yes, this guy. What was his deal?
When did you come?
This guy.
Yeah, it's too difficult.
Let's isolate him.
Exactly.
This is what is happening.
Oh yes.
And we need to own it as Ghanaians and stop pretending. We say that we are a hospitable people, and that's a lie. It is not true.
Let me read. When I read the statement, my heart broke. My heart sank.
Yeah.
It says, for those of you who have not seen that statement, this is it. It says, announcement: Bonsa Headworks shut down. We are sorry to announce that Bonsa Headworks, that produced 75% of potable water to Takwa Township and some environs, have been shut down due to massive galamsey activities on River Bonsa, making it difficult to abstract for treatment. We have tried all that we could, but no avail, hence the shutdown. The river is still being monitored for acceptable parameters to enable us restart production, and until then, the plant remains closed. We promise to update the public for any developments with regard to the current situation. Look at us. Look, to have come to this point, because you see, they have been managing.
Yes.
They have been managed. Look at it.
Now.
They are wits and even in the course of the management, you can imagine the resources they were using to treat this polluted water, and the fact that some fragment will find their way into your tap, and nobody even cares about that.
Look at the kidney diseases
we are dealing with.
I mean, those days, diabetes and kidney issues and all these issues.
You have to cross 50, 60 there about.
We were not.
Now children have diabetes.
Yeah, very young people.
Imagine. Can you imagine?
Hypertension and all that.
Yes.
And you see, it's becoming tiring. Like,
yes.
Honestly, I don't have energy for galamsey. I really want to put myself into the conversation.
But if you go and protest, they will arrest you. That's the point.
And now check. We are going to have another set of protesters.
Exactly.
And this lot are those who condemn those who were picketing last year.
Yes.
After 7th January, we are going to have another set of protesters.
It has become a joke.
And it's
another set of agitators. Oh yes.
A nation of jokers.
See, it must end at a point.
We should grow a national conscience.
Yesterday, in the engagement we had with Freddie Blay, he says Mahama said he will fight galamsey. He's waiting for Mahama to fight the galamsey.
I said,
Yeah.
Folding my arms and waiting for you. You see?
We don't mean well for each other.
But
we.
Council, why on earth will you even want to mine on a water body?
That's why.
But I'm saying that we have tolerated these people.
Yes.
I drove from Sunyang to Accra on the 23rd of December. And they were not pretending. Of course. They had a champagne machine all over the place.
Everywhere.
Next to the road.
Oh, yes.
Next to the road now.
Next to the police station. When you get to
engineer. Oh, yeah.
And they are next to the police station.
And look, apart from the health hazard and environmental hazard, there's also a threat to our democracy.
Of course.
And look, if these galamsey campaigns, they have the money.
They have money. These ones are the political parties. They do.
I'm even suspecting that all this conversation about tax waivers, if you go down to investigate which companies who were trying to give them grant those tax waivers to, there may be companies who, in one way or the other, sponsor political campaign activities. It is very,
and you know how they do it. They will donate 1 million cedis to the NDC campaign, and 1 million cedis to the MPP campaign. So now, they've battered their bread both ways. This is what is happening now.
It's terrible.
A nation without conscience.
No.
This is definitely how we are going to go.
Yeah. They use the galamsey money to buy water.
We have pressed.
Water from where?
You see, we have pressed the accelerator for distraction.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just moving.
Yeah.
Nothing is stopping us.
No break.
No break. We're just going.
No curve, no bend.
Let's see.
Okay, so Ghana Web, Professor
Okay.
now it's not done.
Let me bring you the other stories here. It says, Ashanti NDC law to Otumfo's council for increased
number of seats. They showed up at Awukudai, right? And the NDC MPs. For the first time, a number of them, Muntaka didn't even show up, but about 5 of them showed up to go and thank Otumfo.
For doing what?
For giving them the seats.
No.
Sorry. No, that's just
we need to just
just to introduce themselves.
We need to guess
that now the NDC caucus.
Sorry.
In Ashanti region, as far as Parliament is concerned, it's strengthened.
Okay.
PR.
To what end is the question? To what end?
That's the question.
To what end?
Yeah. Would these be borrowed seats?
Let's see. Ashanti NDC law to Otumfo's council for increased number of parliamentary seats. Isaac, good morning to you. Okay. Parents must provide enough food and money for students returning to school.
Yeah, because there's been this back and forth. Charles says, let's postpone. GS says the reopening still stands. And Charles is saying there's no food. So I beg parents, indeed, give your children food and money.
I don't know why institutions in this country are only about their reputation.
Yeah. But this one said, who is the reputation?
You have no reputation.
Reputation, Papa.
It's all about what we think will make us look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people who are implementing are telling you that we have a problem.
Yes.
We cannot allow the students in because of a challenge.
Yeah.
You, because of your face saving antics, say go to school.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So we cry. Where did we pass?
Are you aware now? WAEC still on education. Are you aware now? WAEC has been pushed to move NOVDEC, the remedial timetable,
that's
to January, February. So from 15th, I think February, they'll be writing the research papers. Just because of the delays in the marking and all those. So now we are turning everything upside down.
Wow.
Because of these challenges.
Look, sincerely, I think our education system has faced its worst episode yet. I say yes because
we don't know what will come here.
Some of the levels we have gotten to, my sincerest prayer is that we never get there again or go lower. For people to say, hey, even this one, then you know. Charlie.
See.
Look, I don't think I should exert any. My head cries spinning. It's okay.
See, and that's a need. That's why there's a need for a general dialogue. See, parents should be given the opportunity. Stakeholders should be given the opportunity. Everybody should come to the table. Yeah. Let's for once point to a direction that this is our educational direction, and let nobody depart from it. Yes. See, I sat here and told you people that. The way we are toying our educational system, right? Curriculum here, curriculum there, this, there.
3 years.
We might have a mad president, right? No, I'm telling you, one day, who will say that my party is in power, right? Children, do 3 years from the basic level. After that, go straight to the university.
Yes.
We've given them the power to do that.
One thing I don't understand when it comes to politicians is that they can set their own committee to do something and don't take the recommendation.
Yes.
Exactly. For example, the Anamamensa committee.
Yes.
The committee says 3 years.
Yes.
No,
thank you, but no thank you.
Yes.
So why did you set up the committee?
If you had made up the man to do 4 years, why did you set up the committee? That's good for you.
So what kind of country guys?
And then Atamas came and said, no, let's go back to 3 years. And he used 1 year to build infrastructure because there was going to be a deficit, right? And then we came back.
But I think that they should probably have maintained the 4 years.
For me, the elephant in the room is that we are breeding the most irresponsible generation of parents. Yes. Because where's the
commitment?
Where are those parents who used to beat their chest about the number of children they had educated? Where are those parents?
How much school fees they are paying?
And look, we are sacrificing our infrastructure for you know what we are doing. That's on the altar of politics. That's political expediency.
See, if there's any measure
when you have a child, you bear no burden. Just bring the child to school. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, Ivy.
Yeah, just
this is unsustainable.
The clothes that the kid will be wearing. Here's the thing. Do you know that this year's WASI result is the worst since 2021? Now, we kept talking about challenges of free SHS and the fact that it's getting out of hands. The fruits are what we are seeing. All students had to establish some funds to support the feeding of food. In fact, they created a fund. And so, yes, the stakeholder engagement is necessary. Charles is saying that leave us to feed the children, no problem. You will give it to them to feed the children. But as far as the free SHS is concerned, something must give. Something must give.
I mean,
Free hot meal for a day student. Me, my child is going to school, day student. I'm unable to feed the child. I'm unable to give the child one hot meal. Day student do.
And that child will return home. Don't forget.
And then come and eat.
Yes.
Are you telling me there will be no food at home?
Yes.
Charlie!
Yes.
How?
But we have been swindled by our politicians.
Imagine
Now that's what it
you
is.
are able to put your child through the high-end schools
Yes.
at the basic level.
Sometimes more expensive.
There is let me see. You have Richard School.
Yeah.
You have Morning Star.
Yeah.
They run both curriculum,
Exactly.
the British and then the Ghanaian.
Ghana.
There are many of them littered across Ghana.
Yeah.
You have put your child through those schools, and it is expensive.
Very.
And then all of a sudden, government says, "I'm coming to your rescue."
Yes.
Yeah.
At the secondary level, I want them to go absolutely free.
Wholesale.
I don't mind if you are ensuring that it comes with the quality they were used to
Needed infrastructure.
at the basic level
Yeah.
and the needed infrastructure.
Yeah.
But if you see, there is nothing wrong with asking for help.
Exactly.
That is very
There is nothing wrong with asking for help. So parents, this was the plan.
Yeah.
However, looking at it,
Yeah. Some
The
8
cost.
years in.
Yeah.
so here is what we are going to do. We are going to stagger it.
Exactly.
We will move phase 1,
Phase
phase
two,
2, phase 3, and then eventually it becomes free.
Or at least
Totally free.
buy your
You guys-
uniform. If you are a boarder, pay for the boarding facilities. That's called cost sharing, burden sharing.
There's nothing wrong with it.
works.
Yes.
I don't know. You see, that's why I say that, you see, most often the promises that are made, it is not to ensure that you and I are better off.
No.
It's just for electoral fortunes.
Yes.
That, on the final day when it's time for elections, I can take and say, I promised this.
Deliver.
Take
Yeah.
it. Take. As to whether you said delivered, but what is the quality
Yeah.
of that delivery?
Yeah.
We had planting for food and jobs. Eventually, food is more expensive.
Because there was war in Ukraine.
And the challenges are not limited to even the boarding schools. I went to a day school, Jemu is a day school, and recently we went there to have some games. And look, now they for a day school to be left in that state, and this is a community school in the heart of Tema.
Wow.
The louver blades, everything is in a mess. So we asked the headmaster, what's the issue? Now, Charlie, unlike in the past that PTA, because we even have a house, PTA house, and that house used to, because the parents were the ones funding.
Yeah. If there's anything
It's out
then
of the
the
window.
new administration should do, is to immediately restore the status of PTA.
Yeah.
Let them take initiatives. Let them make contributions. Yes, I understand that no school should be allowed to sack a child because your parents have not been able to pay PTA dues. But some are willing to pay. Let them pay.
Oh, but even Oforiata suggested this. You remember?
Yes.
And Charlie, he was taken to the cleaners.
Yeah.
The finance minister then. He said it.
Wanted to rock the boat.
That we should.
That was before he started borrowing messages.
But for nothing at all,
He was also compromised. Nah?
And
You
so
and I
that-
know what happened.
and so the next administration is able to have enough resources to ensure that they pay registration fees.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Let
Maybe
parents
parents should
pay
pay. So
registration.
this issue about delays in releasing results and everything.
Have you ever heard of delaying results because of debt before? Me, I've never had some before.
No.
Yeah.
I
For
mean,
which reason now of that has to be now
government in the past have always paid BEC.
BC, yes.
I wrote SSC. I paid my own registration fee.
Yeah.
I paid my own registration fee.
You see,
And-
some free things, they are more expensive than you paying for it.
Let's have a conversation.
I'm done with Starr FM.
Okay,
Okay,
let me sit in this room, then you come in. Akufo-Addo to deliver final State of the Nation address today. It's called the Goodbye Sona. Yeah, the Goodbye State of the Nation address. Have you seen a video of the president in a very hearty dance Otufo was actually seated, but it was the president that was dancing. Oh, you've not seen the video? Oh,
Otufo was seated. The president was.
Of course, Otufo was seated. But you see, like he was going to
dancing towards him.
That's what the president is always excited.
Oh yeah, and I like the way the president doesn't allow anything to get to him.
No,
not even the defeat.
He will laugh it off.
Yeah, not even the defeat of MPP. Yeah, Charlie. Because Charlie, you get beat you. Charlie, the way things
laugh it off right now. And I'm also Monko Samuel say.
That was a proper interview dance. Anyway, court halts and Eskumis swearing in as Akwetia MP. Like, Council, I think the injunction alone, if you don't take about 10 or 15 seats will be injuncted before January 6th.
It is possible, my brother.
It is possible.
Because see, once evidence is led to suggest that there is a case.
Yeah.
There is a prima facie case. The court is likely to injunct.
Interesting.
And there's that equation playing back.
Yeah. All over again. Interesting. GES dismisses calls for postponement SHS to reopen January 3, and that's today. And 20 billion Ghana cedis allocated for interest payment on ESLA and IPPs, and that's from the 68.1 billion Ghana cedis mini budget approved yesterday. And Talo, of course, and I'm sure everybody wants to know about this. So Parliament is equally considering what you people call ex gratia for the executive. It's the executive that will approve that of Parliament.
Yeah, scratch my back, I scratch your back.
And in the scheme of things, Parliament receives the list. So the one I don't understand is the justices of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, because they retire on their salary, I think.
Right, and their tenure doesn't end after every 4 years.
And they can go to 70.
Exactly. So members of the Council of State, yes, they will be sacked. We know that, yes. So maybe they will be sacked. Yeah.
Oh, some of them are elected.
Yeah, some of them are elected.
So they can contest again.
Yeah, they can contest again, and so they take theirs, and then the ministers and deputy ministers. Yeah, so the committee in Parliament is working on it. Yeah, so yes, it's usually held in camera. You and I are not allowed to be there.
Yeah, even though it's our money.
It's your money, all right. Yes. But it will depend on your behalf.
Talking about Council of State, is there an age limit?
No. I think that you can be qualified to be able to vote, right?
And I think young people should start.
I think we can sponsor you.
Oh, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, okay.
But Mutala, I think.
Yes, because he's closer to the court and the Council of State. The other headlines here: Talo wins $320 million tax disputes against Ghana. Hey, Charlie. Parliament approves 68.1 billion Ghana cedis 2025 mini budget, and I promise to work hard as minority leader Afenyo Markin and Professor Okui. And what did the MPP do?
Charlie. At this rate, indecisiveness is the last thing.
Yeah, you want to do.
Executive of the parties want to have as part of it.
You vote, you settle on OPK, and that is David Supoku from MP for Mpraeso as a deputy whip. Announcement is made. We conveyor belt. We carried it. The media, everybody.
Why they change their minds?
Remix. They've done remix.
Barely 24 hours.
Yeah. Jerry Ahmed. Who might lose the seat eventually.
Why? They remember that they didn't add Greater Accra Region.
Yeah, but you guys deserve no reward.
Have you seen the MP3 pictures?
Yes. You guys deserve no reward.
They have 3 MPs in Accra now.
Yes.
So that's why they say MP3.
That's a good one.
Now you haven't seen it.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, now you have. Just proper MP3.
What?
Yeah. So one from the MP3.
Jones Oforiata
has come to boot out.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Jones Oforiata.
MP3.
Yes.
Wow. Literally.
This is serious.
Yeah, so it is what it is. So Jerry Ahmed has come to replace OPK.
But OPK, he's
Choboy man.
OPK, what's his constituency said?
Mpraeso.
But he was raised here.
Oh yes.
His guy is.
Yes, he can qualify. You see, he can qualify to represent Accra from the Eastern region.
Charlie, you people can also do your remix in 2020.
You see? I feel like Odo say, for instance, says he's not happy. The party should not push them.
Shouldn't provoke them to start, but they should relax. They should relax.
She was sitting down when she was starting. How do
they should relax? They should relax.
They should. I beg rest. As a Nigerian say, I beg rest.
I beg rest. Anyway, so Professor Okwe chairs MPP's 11-member committee.
That one, to some of them are angry.
Yeah.
Some of them are angry that Professor Okwe is the one heading.
Yeah, because they are thinking that he couldn't even deliver them Kwabena.
Oh, but was it his duty to deliver?
Family's duty.
It was family's duty.
Charlie.
That's what I agree with.
But no, that's asking for too much.
Oh, okay. But he had been a member of parliament
against the performance of the party itself, because
there
that
was a wave. There was a wave.
I believe that was what held sway.
Yeah.
It didn't have to. It didn't come down to Dom Kwabena.
Because even if Kufuor couldn't save Ashanti region.
But Kufuor came in at the 11th hour. We all know why he came in.
But wait, Ashanti region, their votes were not as bad.
They voted than any other region. Like I said, the turnout there is 65%.
Yes.
National average is 60%.
You know, the real problem many people are not averting is Greater Accra region.
Yeah.
They were short by almost 600,000 votes.
Hey, but BA also did a lot too.
Yeah.
You know they had they had 11 seats.
Yes.
After the creation of
the new region.
Yes. Then they came down to 6.
Yeah.
Now 3. So I think it is 1.
Yes,
one. It's 1.
Yes.
One.
In fact, we put all the old Bono region.
Yes.
So it's not that people in the Ashanti region didn't come to vote. For me, what it is that Greater Accra was huge.
Yeah.
And then all the other regions.
Yeah.
As for Greater Accra, sorry.
No, I'm done.
Yeah. As for Greater Accra, I think, in 2020 was the first time Accra voted for a party and the party didn't win.
Yeah.
So Accra wanted to make that mark that wherever we go, the nation follows. So I'm sure people wanted to vote decisively this time around.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so I'm done with City Newsroom. Give us
Ghana Web.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the story you ended with. Professor Okwe leads NPP's 11-member committee tasked to probe 2024 electoral defeat. Let those who champion it push it in Parliament. Freddie Blay on LGBTQ plus bill. You will suffer for your act of wickedness. Tantamount to fire victims invoke cases. And either NPP or NDC caused the Kantamanto fire outbreak. Asamoah
Let's be serious.
Yeah.
Asamoah
let's pause on Asamoah.
I think it's all okay.
He has also gone viral.
I think
he's going through something.
It was very difficult watching that.
Honestly, it wasn't himself. I mean, he wasn't himself.
Not at all.
I really hope that someone was close by.
Yeah. You know why they should avoid politics?
Why? They don't have
but what did he
see,
want
he had no business venturing into politics. Everything that's happening to him has got everything to do with the disappointment.
Yeah.
Shortcut.
Yeah.
You go play Sunderland or then
you go to Ireland, make all the money.
It's like some of these hip life stars who show up to perform for politicians. Why are you going to lower the bar for yourself?
In the close to an hour rant, he didn't accept responsibility for anything.
No. He's an African, remember. Yeah. We never do anything wrong.
I like
There's always somebody else.
No. I think Bafojan should intervene. He's always been his conscience, Asamoah's conscience. I think he should intervene and then get
to even attack your colleagues.
Yeah.
Those you played the 2010 World Cup with. I think.
Yeah, that Dedei was.
It's like you are the only saint. Everybody in the black house.
It cannot be.
It cannot be the case at all.
But he's going through it.
He's going through it.
Yes, and I really do hope that he gets the help that he needs.
Yeah.
Because he didn't look good.
Yeah.
It didn't sound good.
His mannerisms.
When the lights go off, Charlie, you need to be able to manage. Yeah. The other headlines from Ghana Web.
Oh, no, I'm done.
Okay, all right. So
Ghana Web has more. Ghana Web has more.
Okay.
This one is a remix.
The abridged version.
Yes.
Yeah.
Abridged version.
Vincent Safwa has said something I
lost
over that.
Yeah.
Sincere apologies.
Yeah. Forget
but yes, you can proceed.
Yeah, you can proceed.
Why should get the other one?
Yeah. All right. So Graphic Online, GES maintains SHS reopening date and amid Charles' concern, Parliament approved 681.13 billion expenditure in advance. President Akufo-Addo to deliver final state of the nation address, and NPP approves Afenyo Markin to lead minority in 9th Parliament. Iyoko freezes Pristia Bogoso mine acquisition following. Okay, so details are on the site. You can get it for yourself. Deputy IGP Yonu sues Captain Smart for defamation, and colleges of education teachers declare indefinite strike.
Yeah, can you keep tabs on how many people have sued Captain Smart? No, SITAG there is a striking institution of the year. No, Captain Smart, like everybody is suing him.
I think now his lawyers will have to be on monthly salary, whether there's a case or not. We'll take that. So you just pay you,
yeah. Or they should keep somebody at the gate, and the person will be receiving the rate, or the rate is going.
So who has been sued?
That's the question. Probably us, because we have no business.
Look, we almost did that. This one they have, but we almost.
Vincent Asafo says that the Kantamatu market fire outbreak was politically motivated.
Yeah, he says so. He says so.
Look at them.